Hello everyone, I am Cindy from Crocheted Crochet. Today I'm going to teach you how to make Gumball Machine. So this Gumball Machine, we will have detachable lid so you can take it off all the time. Also, I will teach you how to make these cute animal balls to be inside the Gumball Machine, and you can fill the animal balls and then close the lid as follows. Alright, so then this one is actually functional. Now I am rolling the animal balls from the Gumball Machine. Alright, but when you use it, you might need to shake the machine a little bit. Alright, okay, I hope you guys like it. I also want to teach you to make this cute animal ball as well, but they will be in the next video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. Well, and I hope you guys enjoy this. If you like this kind of work, you can check out Amy the Candy Girl, the link in the description box below. Also, if you want the printable version, you can check it out. This one will include both for Gumball Machine and the cute animal balls as well. Alright, for the equipment, first the transparent string, then the plastic sheet. And after that, you need the yarn fingerling side and the fluffy yarn Allen side, and then needle crochet hook side, adhesive tape and star bead. Okay. In this video, I will present you guys with how to make the sphere shape, the main body structure, the gumball mechanism, crocheted body part. I have the pattern summarized as well, and star holder, spear decoration, and lid base and cloud, rainbow and moon. Now let's get started. The first step is to do the sphere. Please print out the template for this sphere. I use A4 paper. Okay, after you print out, you just prepare the thick transparent plastic sheet. You can use the plastic binding cover or water bottles, and then you just cut it according to this template. Alright, and then you just cut it just like I do. You see that you have some part that we can fold. After that, you fold it for the edge, just like this. We will have the edge of the paper. So for the edge, you will cut something like in the middle, and then attach the middle first, and then you just cut the edge of it, and then just do it like other sphere part. To attach them together, I use transparent string to attach this folded part together. You can just take both folded part together, and then just use the needle with the transparent string, then just sew through both layers. After that, you can just take some knot So I recommend you should do it only 1 to 2 times, just like this, and then just tie the knot. Okay, after you tie the knot, you will get something like this. So it will be only on the top part, and then do all the same to all sizes of the sphere. For total, our sphere will have 7 segments like this. Join 2 sheets of the plastic together, and then the last one would be the last side. For me, I will attach the middle first, and then sew the transparent string in the middle. Okay, now I just finished sewing the middle. Alright, and then just do the same as other sphere for the top and bottom of the sphere. Then peer through the plastic using the needle. I will make 10 holes for each segment. Actually, you can just follow the template that you print out because I have already marked all of them for you guys. Then we will do the crochet part. I recommend you guys use the smallest crochet hook as possible. For me, I use 1.75 mm crochet hook. And this one you will require the small size on only the first row. For the first row, you're going to do the following pattern. First one, you start with 1 chain and then make a C, and then make 1 chain and then make a C. So you make a C in when you pierce the crochet hook through the hole, make a C like this, and then make 1 chain and then make a C by peering the hook through the hole. Alright, and then you just do this repeatedly for 70 times. After that, you will just need to make slip stitch, and then we finish the first row. For the second row and other rows, we are going to use 3 mm crochet hook. For the second row onward, we will make 70 SC. So if you notice that I will put the hook into the space between the stitch and then make a C. Alright, and now we are done with the second row. And then for the third row, we are going to work on back loop. Alright, we are going to make 70 HC as well, but this time we work on back loop only. That is not hard from now on. It is pretty simple actually. So after this row, I will just post the pattern for you guys. You guys can capture the pattern for your personal use only. Please don't publish my pattern anywhere else. Okay, this is the whole pattern for the top and the bottom part of the sphere. For the bottom part, you will need to work more because it will be narrower hollow. But the top part, make sure you can put your hand inside. Alright, and then we move to the body part. Please print out this following template, and then also use a thick plastic as well as a main structure, and then cut it according to the templates. If your plastic doesn't thick enough, you can overlap them into multiple layers like this. You can use staple to attach the paper to the plastic. After that, fold the part in order that you can attach both body parts together. You may join them together by sewing them with a transparent string, or you can just use the staple to attach both of them like this. Okay, and then you will attach both of them, and the shape of the finished body part is like the cylinder shape. Okay, and after that we are going to make the base for the whole structure. So this is the base for the structure. I use blue, and please capture the screen for your personal use only. Alright. Okay, after you get this circle base, you will use the thick plastic sheet as well to attach the bottom of the blue base. So you can basically measure and cut it as the following. After that, you can just use the transparent string to attach the base to the plastic. And after that, sew the body part around the base using transparent string as well. Now it's done, and you will get this shape. Alright, and then for the internal part, you should print out this template. We will have part A, part B, and part C as following. And then, same step, you need to cut the plastic into the following pattern. Okay, first of all, we will roll part A. So part A is the part that we have two holes. Yeah, we roll part A, and then we are going to sew it in the cylinder shape. Okay, you can sew it for the whole line like this. And then the next part is that you should roll part B and measure it inside part A. So this way you can see how big your cylinder should be. So make sure that part B it fits inside part A, and you can move them like independently. Okay, and then you take it out like this, and then you sew the end of it. Yeah, so I recommend you guys do not sew a lot, just sew both ends, because not the whole piece, and then you can use the adhesive tape to attach the space between the ends, so you have the perfect cylinder shape. The main reason is that it should be rolled smoothly inside part A, so I don't want you guys to sew a lot, because maybe the surface is not smooth. So you should try that part B can roll inside part A smoothly. Okay. After that, you roll part C into the cone shape and sew it. So we sew part C into the cone shape first. Okay, you can sew the whole line for part C. You will get something like this, and then try to put it inside part B. Yeah, we will attach part C to part B. So put it inside, but please notice that you should not exceed the line for the hole. And then I am going to pierce some hole for part C, in order that I will have the hole for sewing it into part B. Okay, and then this is kind of the difficult part, because you need to sew part C and attach it to part B. And what I recommend you guys to do is that you guys should pierce the holes in both on part B and part C, in order that you guys can put through the needle in both layers easier. Okay, this is how I sew it. It is quite hard because I have to take the video as well. So I only do 2 spots, like on top of the cone and the bottom of the cone, because I cannot do too much because it's too difficult. Alright, you can just do the top and the bottom. That's it. And make sure it attached firmly. And after that, you have to cut 2 circles, which could be fit inside part B. So this way we will make the space for the ball to fall in, and make sure that it won't fall to the other side. So this one you don't need to be really serious about it. You can just use the adhesive tape to attach the circle to the figure. You can just use adhesive tape. You don't need to sew it with the transparent string. So make sure it is firm enough that it won't slip off. Alright. And now you have to put the finished figure like the whole part B inside part A, and then you make sure that you can roll part B without any obstacle. Okay, all right, now it is working. Okay, and lastly, just put the whole shape into the body part as follows, and then you should attach it by using transparent string. So if you can see, I will have some link between the cylinder shape inside the body part. Alright, now you guys can roll it, and if you can do it correctly, you are doing it in the right way. Then let's move to the crocheted body part. This part will cover the main parts of the Gumball machine, and I wrote the code as a summary right here. You can capture the screen because the code is quite complicated and you need to change the color according to the code. And I will just illustrate some difficult part, which is the skipping part and the joining part. So most of the hole we need to skip the stitch in order to make the hole. Alright, from row 1, just make 85 chain and then slip stitch to form the big loop like this. Alright, and then on row 3 that you need to change the color, so you can use this technique to change the color when you need to follow the code, and you need to change between the stitch as well. Alright, and then for row 4 you need both purple and pink color. For row 4 you will see that I will need to skip 4 stitch, and then after you make 18 SC, you can just fasten off like this, and then count 4 stitch 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then just slip stitch the yarn in again. Yeah, 4 stitch as a space, slip stitch the yarn in, and then continue making SC. Yeah, I make 18 SC onward with the pink color. Alright, and then after that at row 10 we will get the hole like this after you script the stitch as the pattern said. And for row 10 before we join, we make increase and then make 3 chain and then make increase again. It means that I make increase on the other side and then make 3 chain, and then when I join, I'm going to make increase on the other side. Alright. Okay, now I successfully join and we will get the hole like this. And then for the part of the hole below, so you can use the skipping method that I taught you earlier. Alright, and then when you finish it, just make sure that it can cover the whole body structure. And then for the white edge, this is kind of the decoration. We will going to start from the bottom right and then make SC in each row until you reach the other side of the arc. So basically, we will make the SC on each row onward. Okay, now I make 1 SC and then keep making SC for each row. Okay, yeah, for the curve, keep making SC as well, like this. Okay, and then when you reach the other side of the arc, on the corner we will make increase, because it is like the corner you need to make sure that you have like more stitch than normal. Okay, make increase, and then on the bottom line around the body part we are going to make SC as well, but we are going to work in front group only. All right, so if you can see that I only do the front group this time. Also continue making SC on the front loop until you reach the other ends, and then for the last stitch, which is the corner, please make increase. After that we will make SC upward around the arcs again, but this time we are going to make SC on the front loop only. So this one is not difficult, just make SC on the front loop of the white line that you previously made. Now that we finished the work, just try to wear it to the body structure and then attach it to the structure and then sew it with the light thread. Okay, I recommend you start sewing from the top first. And then for the bottom, for me, I have to stretch the crochet work to cover the whole body structure. You can just stretch it. If it doesn't fit, you can actually stretch it a little bit. And if you stretch it like I do, you need to use the yarn to sew them to the bottom of the base. Alright, this is my work after I stitch or the crochet body part to cover the whole body. Alright, and then after I attach the crocheted body part to the main structure, I will need to make 2 additional rows on the top because I need to increase the height in order that I can put the spear on, and it will make the good slope for the Gumball machine. For the first row, we will need to slip stitch the yarn in the top of the body part and then continue making 85 SC around with the white yarn. After finishing the first row, then continue the second row by slip stitch the white fluffy yarn in, and then we'll make 85 SC around with the fluffy yarn. And after you finish this, you can just fasten off. Okay, when you finish, it look like this. Alright, and then we're going to move on to the star holder. This pattern is pretty difficult as well. Please capture the screen for your reference. But I will need to explain it to you guys anyway. I will need to make 5 star points first, and then I'm going to join them like 2 sides, front and back, and each point will have 12 stitches. We will fold half and work on 6 stitches only. Then we will have the total of 30 stitches to work on. We are going to join at row 4 after you finish row 3. For row 3, you will have each star point. You can continue on row 4. Okay, first of all, make 3 decrease on the first piece, and then we're going to join the second piece and then make decrease on the second piece. Yeah, we make 3 decreases on the second piece. So we have 5 pieces. We have 5 points. We are going to make 3 decreases on each point. Alright, if you don't get it, you can see the chart on the left side of the screen, on the right side of the screen. Okay, now I made 3 increases on the second piece, and then join the third, fourth, and fifth piece like this. Yeah, and when you finish this row, you are going to have 15 stitches. And then we join the first piece to the last piece like this. And then for row 5, you can continue. Now I will make 3 SC together. So at first we will have 15 stitches, but when we make 3 SC together, when you finish it, you will have only 5 stitches left. So now you will see that the loop, the hole is already closed. Alright, and that is the back, that is the front side. And now we will have to make the back side. For the back side, you are going to slip stitch the yarn in and then continue making row 4, which is decreases for 15 times, and then you will get something like this as the finished product of the holder. Then just fill in polyester fiber and then use the scissors to poke the fiber into each point of the star. Okay, you get something like this. And then let's move on to the front star pattern. For this one, please capture the screen for the reference. Okay, after row 3, which is quite easy, we are going to continue row 4 as follows. For row 4, we are going to make the star point, and I will separate it into 5 points, and each point will take 3 stitches. First of all, you have to make SC, and then the second stitch you will need to make HDC, and then DC, and then 3R, which means triple crochet. Now this is triple crochet. Alright, and then make 1 chain, and then make DC, and then make 1 chain again, and then make HDC. So make sure that the thing in the bracket we are going to make in the same stitch, and then the next stitch I will do SC, and this is 1 point, and you need to repeat the same step for 5 times, so you will have 5 star points. So as I said that each set will take 3 stitches, and after you finish row 3, you will have 15 stitches, right? Yes, you will take 3 stitches each for each point you need to make. Okay, and this is how I do the second star point. Alright, yeah, you take another 3 stitches for the set, and after that, when you finish 5 star point, you get something like this. At the corner, I will do the edging. So slip stitch the yarn at the corner, and then make 2 SC, and then on the point of the star, we are going to make increase. Yes, and then the downward slope, we make 2 SC, 1 and 2. Alright, and now we finish 1 point. After that, put the hook into the corner of the star and then make slip stitch, and then you repeat this 2 SC, increase 2 SC on each point of the star, and now you will get the edge of the front star. Alright, and then I decorate it with the 4 mm back beads. After that, trim the end of the cone that you see, like part C that you made, and then just cut it, and then you just cover this with the star holder that you have already made. Okay, and then you sew the star holder. Please make sure that you can roll the star holder and the core is moving. Alright, and then we are going to sew the front star on the star holder. After you sew it, you can adjust the point of the star to make it look sharper by sewing it like this. Then let's move on to the sphere decoration. So you are going to move the puffy yarn to make the wavy line on the front loop of row 3. If you remember that we will have the line, we slip stitch the yarn in order to make the wave line. First of all, just slip stitch the puffy yarn in and then make one chain, and then you skip one stitch. After that, make 3 DC in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. After that, skip one stitch and then make slip stitch. So this will be one set of the wave. After that, you can continue slip stitch and then make one chain, skip one stitch and make 3 DC in the same stitch, skip one stitch again and slip stitch. Alright, and this is the set of the wave. If you can see, we will have the total of 14 sets of wave. Alright, so each wave will take 5 stitches. That's why we have 14 sets of wave like this. And then sew the wave line to the sphere as follows. Try to sew it down and attach it to the sphere. Then assemble the sphere to the main body by sewing on the hole at the bottom of the sphere to the core mechanism part. We're going to sew it 4 sizes of the square, just like the photo I shown here. Alright, and then I will illustrate it, but it is quite hard to understand. First of all, you need to sew the light thread to the hole first, and then sew it on one side of part A square. Yeah, just like the photo I show you in the guide. Just sew it like this, and then sew it back to the sphere once again, and then leave the long tail of the thread and cut it out. Yes, do not tie the knot, just cut it like this, so you will find it loose, because like you need to make it loose for all 4 sides. After you finish 4 long tail, you can attach all of them. Pull 4 long tail to attach the sphere to part A, and make sure that the base of the sphere is sloped down. And after that, we need to sew the whole edge of the sphere to the body part. Okay, now you finish it. It will look like this. Make sure it's sloped down. Let's move on to the base lid. You can capture the screen for your personal use. And after that, after you finish the base lid, which is quite simple, use a fluffy yarn to make a C on the base lid. You can choose to do this every other row because it will not get so dense. But make sure that you can fill the whole lid space. After you finish the whole case, please see the pattern summary right here. We are going to make the cloud, so we will separate the back loop and the front loop as follows. Alright, on the front loop, we are going to make HC, HDC. Yeah, make sure you work on the front loop only. DC, and then make triple crochet. Then make DC, and then make HDC. After that, make SC. So if you notice that this set will take 7 stitches and you have to repeat it 10 times because the last row of the lead we have a total of 70 stitches. Then just repeat it 10 times, you will have like 10 waves. After that, on the back loop, we only make 3 sets of the cloud, so you can continue. And then on the back loop like this, make the same code as on the front loop. Make SC, HDC, DC, triple crochet, DC, HDC, and SC. So basically, it will take 7 stitches as well. It is the same pattern as you did on the front loop. But on the back loop, only make it 3 sets. So you will get the cloud like this. After that, for the rainbow, this is quite simple, but please capture the screen for your personal use. Alright, for the rainbow, first of all, you need to make 24 chain and then slip stitch to form the big loop. Yeah, it's quite simple, right? After you finish row 2, you need to change the color to purple and then continue the code that you have already captured. It is quite simple. Alright, after you finish the whole code, which is end up with yellow, then you fold it half and then join both layers by making slip stitch around the curve. Yeah, just keep making slip stitch that you will attach both layers together. Okay, you get something like this. After you finish it, you get something like this. And then the hole below, we can just sew it with the needle. After that, on the left side of the rainbow, we are going to make the cloud by using the fluffy wool yarn to make the small cloud on the side of the rainbow. We are going to start from yellow area, and first of all, just slip stitch the yarn in and then make 3 chain at first and then make 3 DC in the same stitch for the last stitch. And I repeat 3 DC in the same stitch. I repeat this set for 2 times. Okay, this is 3 DC in the same stitch, as you can see. So it will very fluffy if you keep making this. Alright, for the next stitch, also make 3 DC in the same stitch. And then after that, if you follow the code, it will be 2 DC in the same stitch and then 2 HCC in the same stitch for 3 sets and then 2 SC in the same stitch for 2 sets. And then after that, you will get something like this. Alright, when you finish, you will get something like this. And then you can just fasten off. Alright, after you finish, just sew the whole rainbow part on top of the lid. Let's move to the crescent spoon. Please capture the screen for your personal use. This one is not that hard. After you finish the whole coat, just fasten off and then fold it half and then make SC around the curve. And also make sure that you join both layers together. After you finish, just fasten off and then leave the long tail in order to sew the end to make the moon look more pointed, like this. After that, just sew the crescent moon behind the front cloud. You can use the light thread to sew them together. Alright, and then decorate it with a small star bead in the front of the cloud, like this. Now we complete the lid part, which is quite beautiful and amazing. Alright, and then the lid structure. So cut the plastic with the size of 21 cm for 21 cm long and 1 cm wide. And then you can use the transparent string to sew the plastic around the back side of the lid. So you sew this one and make sure that it can be fit on top hole of your sphere. Alright, when you finish, you will have something like this. And then make sure that you can put this lid on top of the sphere and it can be fit perfectly. Actually, it depends on the hole that you made. Yeah, put it inside. Alright, now it finally fit on top of my sphere. And then it won't fall as well. That is cool. So now we have already finished the Gumball machine. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you like my work, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. And next time, I will see you guys with this cute Gumball animal. Alright, goodbye.